Good, and sorry for the bad sound and shaky vision, but that's all I got now. German windows, how do they work? You have this thing and you can twist the knob and open it like this. And usually you can twist it even further and then you can tilt the window. But that is not working. That's the reason why I'm making this video. So let's have a look at it. If you move the handle, you see this little pin here moves as well. What does it do? If we go to the bottom, you see there's a pin moving, which is locking it in place if you move the handle to the upper stage, so it is locked down there and it can tilt to the inside. Also, if we now close the window, these pins move upwards and they engage into these seals, and the same on the top, and the window can't be opened. So for the third position, up, you see this thing is pulled down there and then it goes to the corner, and up there is the tilting mechanics. Oh, shaky. Up there is the tilting mechanics down there. And there are also pins that engage. No, there are no pins. There's the tilting mechanics. So if we put it in the tilt position, this thing up here will be unlocked. And the window will be locked down here in the bottom, in the ground here. And so you can tilt it to the side, right? Okay, easy. So these windows were installed in 1988, so quite a long time ago. They are Brökelmann WG200 aluminium windows. See, the issue with aluminum is it's so you don't have to paint it and it's really durable. But it is a really good bridge for the warmth or cold to get in and out of the house. So I don't know what will happen to these windows in the future, but for now I want to have a fix to be able to tilt the window again. Being installed in 1988, there are obviously no spare parts, so we have to figure out how to get this moving again. Can you see? See if I move this up here, there's nothing happening. So let's get to it. So the first question that puzzled me for ages was how to get this bracket out here. Because you see it looks like it is pinned in here and there and up there. And also when you look from down below, you see it sits, you see it sits in this groove here. So you can't just pull it out. And releasing the screw doesn't seem to do anything because it's still pinned in here, right? Wrong. So what I've done now is released the screw up here and did a little hammering down here, and you can see these are actually fake pins. So you can take this off. Nice. So these are just indentations to make it fit better, press fit better. So now what we have to do is to push this to the left to break the seal with down here. Right, we need to push it a little to the left to get it out of this groove, and then we should be able to get it out here, except for that it's still locked in place down here. But a little WD-40 should do the trick. So as you can see, it's starting to pop out up here. So basically what I did is I pressed this to the side, and same down here, press this to the side, see, to break it out of the groove down here. And then I just used the hammer to slightly hammer it up here. And this will go out even though this is still in here. And we will see the reason why soon. Actually, we need a camera person. See, here we go. And see, this still sticks down here. Well, it's out now and I have a nice new dent in the floor. And you may see what the issue is. Yeah, exactly. These pieces of metal are used to transfer the motion to there. You see it slides from left to the right and unlocks the hinging mechanism. So if we unlock it, we can tilt the window, but we don't want to do that. And one thing that's happened now is they actually locked this in place here, but we'll get it out. All right, we are back in familiar territory. So that is what we got from the window. So we clean it and then we see how we can fix it. And why am I doing this? Reason is, as I told you, the windows were installed in 1988. And since then, they are not, so they stopped producing them, right? And this failed, I think, 2008 or 2018. Anyway, the contractor was asked to fix it and the contractor said, no, there are no spare parts anymore. Can't do, goodbye. And so the tilting mechanism was lost or was not used or not fixed. And yeah, and then I came around and had a look at it. And so we tried to fix it. We tried to fix it because it's really nice to have like a window tilted, especially if it is your bedroom. Anyway, so I think that's all we have, right? So I can try it again. See, it writes in there. And then it goes around the corner. Okay, right now it doesn't go around the corner because it's broken. But it will go around the corner again. So, where is the tool? If we have a look at it, we see the thing that broke is 5, 6, 7, 8, a little bit over 8.5, right, in diameter. I measured both of them at once, so that's bad. But here you go, 8.5. There was one product that features these diameters, and this is this. These are like zip ties for hot stuff like exhaust pipes or stuff like that, right? So, right, anyway, if we look at one piece of this and we take our trusted measuring device and put it on there, it's like almost 8 on the spot. Right, so that's good enough for fixing. But first we have to get these rivets out. If you see, it's just like riveted. It should be about 7 or so. If we measure it again, we see there's about 6 millimeters, 6.5 millimeters, with including the rivet bottom and top. And we have to be like careful because this will slide at the bottom. So this should be really flat, so I don't think we can use like the, what are they called? The rivets you get with this rivet guns or so. And also we need to have this offset here, because we have this offset here, right? So if this goes in here, again, if this goes in here, you see the brass needs a little room to slide in here. So we have to save this little spacer in here. Here we go. So these things, we will need them soon, and then we have to get this out. To be careful, I take the biggest hammer I can find, aka the smallest, and then I try. And there we go. One spacer and one adapter. And number 2. Okay, next thing is to find out how long our repair strip has to be. And I say strip because I will only use one, because drilling 2 pieces of these hard metal and have them still match lining up perfectly is in my setup impossible, I think. Or will tilt me too much. Oh. And for some reason, you see one part is rounded and the other one has like more rectangular edge. I don't know. Because if you put them over each other, you still have the worst of both worlds, right? So to find out the length of these, we will just put them together, because if they are too long or too short, they may not actually lock or unlock properly. So what I did the last time is I produced something like this. I will just check if this works or if it is the wrong length. Just align the holes here. I hope it will. Yeah, and it is close enough. The reason why I created this is the same reason why I won't do 2 of them. Because I need to pre-punch the holes here so the drill will not slip. And you see in this, oh, come on. See, and I still didn't manage to get this right. So that's a tool you probably don't have. That drilling this piece of metal is really difficult too, because it's so thin. It likes to wrap around. Oh, that's nicer. See, it likes to wrap around, and you see it's already bent just because I punched it. And it really likes to twist around the drill. Next thing, we have to find one more thing out, which is 3.7, right? Of course, I don't have a 3.7 millimeter drill. What I do have is a 3.5 millimeter nail. I can use this to rivet it again. Or what I can also do is I can take this 4mm screw pin and use this, drill a 4mm hole in here. That actually works. But then we have the issue that the spacers are also just 3.7mm. Right, see? They are also just 3.7. So we also need to enlarge these holes without damaging anything. That's what I did last time, and I think never change a running system, right? So using a normal drill bit will most likely twist it around. So if you drill it in there, the metal will engage into the drill bit, and the drill bit will pull it up and then wind it around. So you can use one of these, and you see it's not that spirally. Is that a word? Anyway, it's not that spirally as a normal drill bit. And it so happened to be like 4 mils at the finest point. So if I'm really careful, I can widen this hole with this. I can drill these holes, and with a little luck and not safety conform drilling, I can also drill these out. Right, so let's go to drilling. Okay, one thing that's on my list for the shop is a nice drill bit, because right now I just have this, which is a drill put into a stand. You can see the chuck is quite old, but it still works. Nice, I'm really pleased. Okay, we have to get rid of this thing, but anyway. Alrighty, it was a bit sketchy. But putting it in the wood to get a good start was a good idea, I think. See, now it fits. Okay, that was too easy. Then we need the spacer. Nice. And then we need the top. Here we go. So now we have to rivet it, which is where the vise comes in again. So that was the easy part. Now, as you remember, this thing has to go in the tracks here. So I bend it a little bit so it hopefully goes nicely around the corners. See? And it fits. I didn't show you that before, but it fits. And the reason I filed it down is because it still has to fit in there. but that's not a problem, hopefully. So, and as you see, this is too short. It's all the way to the back and it's too short. That's a pity, because once it's finished, I cannot put it in there, right? If the other end is also riveted together, then there's no way I can get it in there. Let's use this opportunity for a little grease. The original had 2 layers of metal strips, but as I told you, it is really hard to align both of them in my setup here. So, and they lasted, how long did they last? 33, 34 years. So if this only lasts 10, I think the windows will be replaced or the house will be whatever. I think these things lasting longer than 10 years isn't a problem. Or a problem for future me. Anyway, so what I found out, if you tilt this like 90 degrees and then push it, we should be able, right. This will work itself into the corner a little bit and this is now sticking out. Perfect. In this case, we have to be double carefully because this needs to be aligned like this. Of course, I did it the wrong way the first time and had to undo everything. But anyway, so I will do this. You know the drill. And I'm back. So here's the final product. It just has to get up there somehow. But I think I will need both of my hands for that. This has to go back in there. So it slid right in without me having to do any hammering or so. But finally it just rests on these rails and now I have to push it a little bit to the right, like so. And then I can put the bracket in again, like so, but I think I actually need 2 hands for this. And then the screw has to be put on top there. Here it goes. I think I need just a little hammering to put it back in place and then a screw in there and then we try it out. And here we are. You see if I turn the knob, it's turning everything fine. Okay, fine, it has a little more resistance than I would love. Okay, closing actually works, right? Still can open it. And if I twist it, nice, glorious tilting. Open, close it. Perfect, isn't it? Thanks for watching.